You can hold on to your red snapper, or you can go for what's in the box that Hiro-san is bringing down the aisle right now. What's it gonna be?
I'll take the box! The box!
You take the box! Let's see what's in the box! Nothing! Absolutely nothing! Stupid! You're so stupid!
Hi everyone, welcome back to Comic Book Issues. I'm your host, the Last Angry Geek. And it's time for another one of our unboxing videos. And this one's a little special. This is done by a company called Quarterly'co, like .com, but without the M. What they do is they take celebrities, athletes, actors, even Bill Nye the Science Guy, and they curate these boxes. They tell the Quarterly'co what to put in there and what to send out, and it's released every 3 months. Now, since I do geek-themed subscription boxes, what could there be there for me? How about Wil Wheaton, the godfather of modern geek? He's been curating a box, and I decided to get in on his third one. Now, each box has reflected a decade of his life. The first box was about the 70s and featured vintage toys and electronics. The 80s box had like a NES emulator with a vintage game in it and Dungeons and Dragons and some other books and stuff. This box that I got in on and then was the 90s. Now, this was a little more expensive than my normal boxes. This was $100, and I went on my Facebook group and asked them to vote. Did they want me to do this? And they overwhelmingly said yes. So if this sucks, I blame you! Anyway, let's go see what Wil Wheaton sent us in this, our October unboxing. It's November? But it just got here. This is supposed to be out in October. It's November. Wheaton! Hi everyone, welcome back to the Magic Table. Let's see what's in the 1990s edition of the Wil Wheaton Quarterly Curated Box. This one might be a little different than our normal boxes in that everything in here relates to Wil Wheaton's life in some way, so we'll try and explain that as best I can. It's a well-sealed box, I'll give him that. Oh, here we go. Each of these boxes contains a letter from Wil Wheaton. I'm going to paraphrase here. This was inspired by the 1990s when he was in his 20s. Essentially, he started honing his craft as an actor in the 90s, going to acting classes, trying to graduate from a child actor to a real actor. He went to a lot of raves, so he really got into techno music. They have announced two of the things that are going to be in this box, and both were, I believe, digital items, but we'll get to those as we open them. In the 90s, he lived with Chris Hardwick. I believe we all know him. And they became big fans of Mystery Science Theater 3000. He now does a podcast called Radio Free Burrito. Okay, so let's see what he sent us. Oh, wow. Okay. Basically, there's a Hypno Square in here. That seems to be about it. I have no idea what Hypno Square is. Oh, it's Hypno Cube by Hypno Square. It's 64 RGB LEDs. They do animated patterns, special effects. These are probably used at said raves for streaming effects. It's an ambient light display for your home, office, or dorm. Well, that's okay. That's interesting. I got an email from the Quarterly people. I'm going to cover up the phone number here, but Will is hosting a rave, and this is the invitation for it. There's a number to call there, but I don't think it'll be in my area. There's a digital download for a techno music album that he's listened to called Woob 1194. Again, I won't show you the codes or anything. Here's the Radio Free Burrito poster. And that apparently is it. Wow. Right. I can't say I'm thrilled with what they sent me. A poster a lighting unit, and an album. There's supposed to be a Riff Tracks thing in here. He mentions Riff Tracks, that he was going to send us a digital code, but I don't see it in here. They may have forgotten to package it. Oh, wow. I spent $100 on this crap. Okay, I'm sad to say this is the first time I've ever been profoundly disappointed by one of these subscription boxes. Now, the previous box from Wil from the 80s was really cool. It had like a video game emulator, like an NES emulator, a classic NES game, Dungeons and Dragons set in their books and stuff. It looked really cool. I paid $100 for a poster, some digital albums, and a rave light. I am not a music guy. I never have been. I like it well enough, but I'm not the kind of guy who just sits around listening to albums all day. It's not me. That's the problem with these blind box openings. Sometimes you're going to get hosed. The nice thing about Quarterly'co is that they sell their old boxes online, and you can see what's in them. So it might behoove you to wait a while if there's a curator you really like to see what's in their box before you buy it. Unfortunately, the previous 80s box by Wil sold out. And they left off my Riff Tracks download code. So I'm going to be giving them an email for that. And this was late. This is supposed to be on October, and I get it in November. So it was late. I got a fucking light, and there was no Riff Tracks code. So I feel really like I just got done pulling this out of my ass. That's how violated I feel. Not violated, but I essentially spent $100 for this. This was not a good box. Wil Wheaton has done other good boxes. This was not one of them. I got hosed. What can I say? It happens. I will have another unboxing video this month, and it will be something more to my liking, Star Wars. So I hope to see you then. Until then, this is Comic Book Issues, and I'm your host, the Last Angry Geek.